Get ready to immerse yourself in natural beauty. Visit unique museums, check out great shows, shop till you drop, and more in Dolly Parton's hometown, Sevierville, Tennessee. So sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy Sevierville. Located in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, America's most visited national park, Sevierville and the surrounding area welcome more than 11 million visitors per year. They come to spend time with family and friends, settle into cozy lodging, enjoy the great outdoors, shop, and experience all that Sevierville and the Smoky Mountains have to offer. Founded in 1795, Sevierville is Tennessee's 8th oldest city. Quaint shops dot the streets in historic downtown Sevierville. This part of town provides a treasure trove of local history, fascinating architecture, and even a bronze statue of Sevierville's hometown superstar, Dolly Parton. Scenic beauty abounds in Sevierville and provides a spectacular backdrop for exciting attractions and unique museums. Floyd Garrett is one of the nation's leading authorities on American muscle cars, and his Muscle Car Museum highlights some of the best examples of automotive power.
Welcome, I'm Floyd Garrett, the owner of the Muscle Car Museum, where we have some of the rarest factory muscle cars that GM, Ford, and Chrysler has ever built. The cars in the museum probably is valued close to $8 million. Well, I guess I'm known in the muscle car world as buying special high-performance cars. It's always been a limited production of cars. You know, if the highest horsepower was 425 this particular year, that's what I wanted to buy. So I just developed the reputation, I guess. It wasn't nothing that I was set out to do. It's just a passion for cars and performance. This is one of the legendary 409s. The Beach Boys wrote a song about Giddy Up 409. I'm sure you all probably heard it over the years. And it was the one that just burned up the drag strips in 1962. This is the Boss 429 engine that Ford made for NASCAR. You had the Chrysler Hemi, and they were building this 429, which they had to make 500 of them to make them eligible for NASCAR to run with the Chrysler Hemi engine. This is a 1940 Ford, which was actually confiscated for hauling China in this area years ago.
With such a variety of cars, many of Floyd's fans claim his museum is a tribute to the internal combustion engine. Just down the road, aviation enthusiasts find the city's public use airport and the Tennessee Museum of Aviation.
The Tennessee Museum of Aviation is here to educate the public on the history of aviation and the wars. The plane that just took off is a Douglas A-1 Skyraider. It flew in Vietnam era. Our founder is Neil Melton, and he is the one that got the museum started. When you come into our museum, we have two P-47s that are homed here. We have T-28, an S&J-5, a T-33, an F-86, two MiG-17s, a MiG-21, a CH-34, a P-12, a Beech-18, an Albatross, an OV-10 Bronco, a Skyraider. We also have Jimmy Doolittle's Medal of Honor. We have Jeeps, half-tracks, uniforms, cutaway engines. It's wall-to-wall history. My favorite plane in there is the T-28 because my cousin, his name was Gene Skip Ziegler. He flew the T-28 and he flew everything before Chuck Yeager, and he was the first test pilot to fly it. So it's my favorite plane in there.
The museum's location on the runway at the Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge Airport makes it ideal for special aviation events and offers occasional opportunities to fly in authentic pieces of aviation history.
Hello, good people. My name is Bar Eisenhower, and I'm just a dumb old barnstormer up here in Sevierville, and we've been flying old biplanes for over 35 years now. And what we do for a living is we hop rides and hop passengers and take everybody up to about 1,000 feet, let them enjoy this beautiful view, and hopefully everybody will want to come out and go flying with us, because that's what we do for a living. This beautiful biplane here was built in 1928 by Walter Beach, Clyde Cessna, and Lloyd Stearman of the Travel Air Factory. This is a Model 2000 with a 220 horsepower up front there with a good old wooden propeller. And it hauls 2 passengers up front, and the pilot sits in the back. She's made out of wood and fabric, just like they did after World War I. All aircraft were made out of wood and fabric. She's a good old strong flying machine, and she's treated me well. My wife and I restored her completely. She's been flying now for 10 years. But she was in the barn for almost 4 years, and she was just a bucket of rusty nuts and bolts when we found her. We brought her back to life for the rest of the world to enjoy, and everybody to be educated about real aviation.
From high-flying adventure to shopping safaris, Sevierville is known for its high-end outlet shopping and incredible deals on name-brand merchandise at outlet malls like Tanger 5 Oaks. But this quaint town also offers boutique shopping in Sevierville's historic downtown district, and galleries featuring the work of local, self-taught artists like Robert Tino.
The reason that I paint the kind of the Smoky Mountain landscape is because ever since my family moved here in 1977, I just always enjoyed getting out in nature and seeing the beauty of the Smoky Mountains. And the one thing I like most about it is the change of seasons. And you can go to the same place 365 days a year and probably paint 365 different paintings. And the landscape here is definitely got a kind of a mood and a soft personality to it, and that's one thing I've always enjoyed bringing out in the paintings. I've painted in watercolors, acrylics, and oils, and it seems just all of them seem to fit the beauty of the area. As far as favorite subjects go, there's several places just right around the county that I've done hundreds of paintings of. Just one place is outside of Sevierville called the Harrisburg area, and there's several structures out there along the river that I love. And then going on up the middle prong of the Pigeon River up to Greenbrier, up in that area, in the park, has always been one of my favorite places. And then, of course, like every other artist, I love Cades Cove, and have done a considerable amount of work from out there. But you know, there's nothing better than being up on top of the mountains and watching the mist go through the mountains, and that's always a lot of fun to paint. And so that's there's just so many things, like I said, to paint in this area. Our gallery in Sevierville is housed in the Riley H. Andes historic farmhouse that was built in 1844 and was remodeled in 1890 by a former slave, Lewis Buckner, who did a lot of the intricate woodwork and furniture that's in the gallery now that people can see. My in-laws bought the home in 1940, and my wife's grandparents have lived in the home till about 1990. And when she inherited the home, we turned it into the gallery in 1992, and it's been an absolutely wonderful place out here for the gallery, because it's you know, it's a work of art in itself, just from what Lewis Buckner did. And we're somewhat out in the country now. The city keeps growing out to us, but for the longest time we've been out here kind of by ourselves. But it's a good fit with my artwork and being out here on the farm.
Just a few minutes from downtown Sevierville is Dollywood, Tennessee's #1 tourist attraction. Replicas of historic buildings and lush trees greet visitors to this incredible theme park. Dollywood also offers exciting steel coasters like Mystery Mine, Super Flume Ride Daredevil Falls, and the award-winning wooden coaster, the Thunderhead. Thunderhead has earned 2 Golden Ticket Awards for Best Wooden Coaster in the world. This exciting ride rockets coaster enthusiasts over 3,230 feet of track, makes 22 turns, plunges 100 feet into an extreme speed S-curve, and reaches top speeds of 55 miles per hour. Dollywood also works to preserve mountain heritage and traditional crafts, from an authentic coal-fired steam train to traditional craftsmen like glassblower Joe DeAnda, who demonstrates his craft on Park every day.
I just made a Christmas ornament. We started with melted clear glass from the furnace. It starts off a little over 2,000 degrees. Rolled it in some various colors of glass all mixed up together. I heated it and melted those colors into the first part of the clear glass, and we shaped it round, blew it up, put some air in it, and we broke it off the pipe, and then we put a small loop on the top so it would hang, so it's a completed Christmas ornament.
Dollywood also gives guests a glimpse of Dolly's early years with this replica of her Tennessee mountain home. This tiny 2-room home didn't have running water or electricity, but it burst at the seams with love. From down-home fun at Dollywood to big adventure just off the Parkway, Adventure Park at Five Oaks offers guests high-flying outdoor fun on a 5 zip-line course called Adventure Zip Lines of Sevierville. Guests zip across lines from 450 feet in length to the longest zip line, which stretches 2,000 feet long from the top of the course to the Parkway. Guests can also ride horseback through the foothills at Five Oaks Riding Stables. Their 70-acre nature park has a 2.5-mile trail and a 5-mile trail that winds through the foothills, providing pastoral views of the Smoky Mountains and great photo opportunities. And because these trails require no horseback riding experience, this peaceful journey brings out the cowboy in everyone. The foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains are honeycombed with caves. At Forbidden Caverns, guests can enjoy a 1-mile walking tour through fascinating rock formations while learning about the cave's role in providing shelter for Native Americans and serving as a hideout for moonshiners.
Welcome to Forbidden Caverns. My name is Bob Hamschel. I'm General Manager of the Caverns, and I've been here on a daily basis for approximately 20 years. Forbidden Caverns opened in 1967, and it took about 3 to 4 years to develop the cave. And it was a very arduous, laborious task to get the cave open. And I wasn't here at that time, but I've heard a lot of stories of the difficult task of trying to blaze trails and remove earth and rock. But if you come here and see what's been done, it's nature's handiwork at its best, and we've been taking tours for over 40 years, and to date we've taken approximately 2 million people through this cave.
Dedicated in 1934, Great Smoky Mountains National Park is America's most visited national park and is free to enter and enjoy. Made up of 800 square miles of deciduous forest, this biological wonderland is home to more than 10,000 species, including 100 species of native trees and 1,400 types of flowering plants that offer spectacular displays of beauty year-round. 150 official hiking trails crisscross their way through the Great Smoky Mountains, and many of them pass by the historic farmsteads and homes that once belonged to the mountain's Scotch-Irish settlers. Golfers feel right at home at the Sevierville Golf Club. This newly renovated golf club offers 2 courses. The Highlands course plays through rolling foothills, while the River course winds along the Little Pigeon River and features 3 island holes, making for a challenging and enjoyable round of golf. Just down the road was a down-home dive with good country cooking and slow smoked barbecue.
Hi folks, I'm Clint Carnley. I'm owner of Clint's Barbecue and Country Cooking in Sevierville, Tennessee. I want to welcome everybody to come when they come in our town and visit with us. We have really great food. We got great barbecue. We got great country cooking. We got great desserts. And I use the word great because we really do we take a lot of pride in our food and our fellowship with our friends and our customers. We deal mainly with local people. We love outside people coming in and introducing themselves and telling us where they're from. We have live music about every night of the week except Wednesday night. My group plays Clinton Friends. I have a group called Hurricane Ridge. I've got a man named Pat Corn, plays classical guitar and sings. And it's just a very welcome atmosphere in Sevierville, Tennessee. And I'm very proud of my employees. I'm proud of my food. I'm very proud of our desserts. I'm proud of our atmosphere here. We make everyone feel welcomed. If you come to my restaurant one time, I guarantee you'll come back twice, and you'll tell your neighbors and friends about us. Because like I said, we do take a lot of pride in our food, and we do have great food. And next time you're in Sevierville, Tennessee, drop in to see us, and we're glad to have you. Well, welcome to Clint's Barbecue, best barbecue around. Welcome to Clint's Barbecue, we're just outside of town. Come listen to our music, enjoy it while you eat. Come to Clint's Barbecue, our cooking can't be beat. And that's one that we wrote, and we're proud of our food, and we're proud of our music. So y'all got to come back and see us at Clint's Barbecue, Sevierville, Tennessee.
Not long after we visited Clint's Barbecue and Country Cooking, the restaurant experienced a devastating fire. Thankfully, no one was injured, and area residents are pitching in to help Clint rebuild. The diner serves up homemade dishes and lots of hand-dipped milkshakes every day. With poodle skirt-clad waitresses and a jukebox full of good tunes, this 50s-themed establishment has folks sock-hopping their way back in time and getting revved up over the diner's monthly car cruise-ins.
We have a car club called the Diner Rats. They started out to be the Diner Boys, and they called me from a meeting one night, and they said, Howard, we're going to rename the club. And I said, what are you going to name it? I was afraid they weren't going to take the diner out of it. They said, we're going to call it the Diner Rats. And I said, you can't call it the Diner Rats. It's a restaurant. But anyway, they did anyway. But they're the sponsors or the people behind the Auto Fest car show here at the end of September. And we also do a cruise-in here every month, about once a month during season with a DJ. And play some games, spit some watermelon seeds, and throw pitch some pennies, and throw some fan belts, and just have some fun at that. So, of course, the cars, the cars of the 50s and 60s. This is a pretty big car show area, and the Diner Rats were really interested in bringing some of those quality events to Sevierville.
From going back in time to going back to the farm, Applewood Farmhouse Restaurant serves up fresh apple fritters with every down-home meal. Located at the Apple Barn and Cider Mill, visitors can see the apple orchards and enjoy the harvest.
Well, the history of the Apple Barn, we started in, my father and his partner Bon Hicks bought the property just as a beef cattle and tobacco farm, and it operated that way for many years till we had a crop failure tobacco one year, and then we decided to have the University of Tennessee come out and give us some soil samples, and our fruit crop was doing really well, and it was more of a hobby than the gentleman from the university said there's a new thing in Ohio people are getting into is roadside fruit stands. So my father was a pharmacist, and he said no, that's not something we want to do at the time, and after years of convincing the university, we planted some more trees in '76. In 1981 we had the grand opening and just sold fresh apples and apple cider, and that was all. Now, over the years, we've grown into 2 restaurants, a winery, and Christmas shop, candle shop, and the cider bar, and fried apple pies. And anything apple you can dream of, we do right here, and make our own apple cider out of the apples we grow here on the hillside. This is the tank room, and we make about 2,000 gallons of apple cider. We do it every week. We make cider every Thursday and jug every Friday. And in these tanks is the old milk tanks, actually, and we can put 2,000 gallons. That's done sometimes twice a week during October in our busy month. Here at the Apple Barn, we have 4,000 trees, 14 varieties, and that should be growing in the next few years, but the trees are starting to become almost 30 years old now, so it's time to replant, time to re-nourish the orchard. Here at the Apple Barn, we do everything kind of as a interactive. It's family operated. My brother and my parents work with me here, and we do everything almost behind glass, so you can see apple butter, fried apple pies, candy apples, apple wine. Anything we do is kind of on display for almost a self-guided tour. You can go at your pace and watch and smell and taste the fruits of the apple barn, and we have done that since day one.
Exciting shows brighten the night in Sevierville. The city's newest show, Soul of Shaolin, is direct from Broadway and stars the original Tony-nominated cast. Martial arts director Chiang Dong-shu coaches the performers daily as they act out the storied legend of Hui Guang.
A mother just lost her baby in wartime, and a master from the Shaolin Temple just found the baby and they adopted the baby and trained him to become a master of, the kung fu. And the story is about, the relationship between the mother and the son and the brotherhood. The story is about the love, the endless love, and also the martial art. They have been working on this show for 6 years, and every day they just spend at least 6 hours on training. So then, they have the repeat, they just train repeatedly, so they are allowed to perform on the stage. Just for one act, they might have to train for hundreds of times, so they can, to show the best they can do on the stage. It's like all their goal, is to show the best they can do to the audience, to show the Chinese culture, the martial art, the best they can do.
Soul of Shaolin's sister show is Cirque du Chien, a thrilling, fast-paced performance of contortion, acrobatics, and daring stunts. The show's concluding performance is a Guinness World Record-holding act. 5 motorcycles race in one steel cage, weaving intricate patterns of tension-building suspense. From great museums and exciting attractions to down-home dining, lodging, shopping, and incredible shows. We invite you to visit Sevierville, Tennessee, Dolly Parton's hometown in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. For more information, visit us online at visitsevierville.com.